The sun's first rays cut through the thin curtains, painting a stark gray line across the bare wooden floor. He awoke not to an alarm, but to the gnawing emptiness in his stomach, a familiar and unwelcome companion. His fingers, stiff from the cold, fumbled for the worn leather wallet on the small rickety nightstand. He opened it slowly, already knowing what he would find. Nothing. The billfold was a hollow mouth, its emptiness a reflection of his own. A sigh escaped his lips, a small cloud in the chilly air. He pushed himself off the thin mattress and walked to the kitchenette, his footsteps echoing in the silence. He opened one cupboard, then another. They stared back at him, vacant and marking. The last of the rice was gone 2 days ago. There was nothing left. The silence of the room was heavy, broken only by the distant sounds of a city waking up to a world of plenty that felt 1,000,000 miles away. He pulled on a threadbare jacket and stepped out into the morning chaos. The city was a symphony of smells, each one a sharp, painful reminder of his hunger. The aroma of freshly baked pastries wafted from a corner bakery, a sweet torture that made his mouth water. Further down, the sizzle of street food, sausages on a grill, noodles in a wok, assailed him from every direction. He averted his gaze, his jaw tight with resolve, quickening his pace as if he could outrun the temptation itself. He walked for what felt like hours, a ghost drifting through a feast. His journey led him to the heart of a sprawling public park, an oasis of green amidst the concrete. There, a grand stone fountain offered a different kind of sustenance. He knelt, cupping his hands to drink the cool, clear water. Its cold shock a momentary distraction from the ache in his belly. Finding a vacant bench under the shade of an old oak tree, he sat down, the weariness in his bones finally catching up to him. He closed his eyes, listening to the laughter of children and the distant hum of traffic, trying to find a moment of peace in a world that demanded so much. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and purple, the dull ache in his stomach sharpened into a piercing, relentless pain. The city began to glitter, its millions of lights a cruel taunt to his darkening world. He slumped on the park bench, his head in his hands, the last of his resilience crumbling under the weight of his despair. Each passing shadow seemed to mark his solitude, his invisibility. Just as a profound sense of hopelessness washed over him, a figure stopped before him. He didn't look up, too lost in his own misery. A hand extended into his line of sight, holding a simple piece of bread. He slowly raised his head, his eyes meeting those of a stranger, an old man with a kind, weathered face that no words were exchanged. The man simply placed the bread in his trembling hand, gave a small, almost imperceptible nod, and walked away, disappearing back into the evening crowd as silently as he had appeared. He stared at the bread, this unexpected offering, for a long moment. It was just a simple piece of bread, yet it felt as heavy and as precious as gold. He brought it to his lips and took a bite. The taste was plain, but it was the most profound meal he had ever eaten. As he slowly chewed, a warmth spread through him that had nothing to do with sustenance. It was the warmth of human connection, of a kindness given without expectation. He looked out at the glittering cityscape, no longer seeing a heartless metropolis, but a tapestry of individual lives, each with the potential for such quiet grace. In that instant, sitting on a cold park bench with a piece of bread in his hand, he understood that true wealth wasn't found in an overflowing wallet or a full cupboard. It was found in the small, selfless acts that connect one human soul to another, a single flame of hope against the encroaching darkness.